Awesome. Yes, I'm so excited about this episode. This is our messy episode. It's called Please Don't Judge Me. I don't know what inspired this episode, but I think Alexis has something to do with that. But okay. So today we have Travis, Myisha, and Alexis. Yay! I'm so excited. If you guys want to, I know I always, I want to make this a thing where everyone introduces themselves slightly by saying their name and their city. So yeah, we can start with you, Travis.
How's it going, guys? Travis Foster, a.k.a. the King of Controversy by way of Detroit, Michigan.
That's why he had so many topics already.
Hey, guys. Myisha Smiley here from Detroit, Michigan. D-Town.
D-Town.
Hey guys, it's Alexis Taylor from Detroit, but actually I'm living in Southfield, but I'm still safe with the D girl.
You know what? We on the same wave.
Let me just get that out the way.
We're on the same wave. Me and her, we're, from Detroit, love Detroit, Detroit spirit, all of that. Bread and butter from Detroit, but we're living just like right there, just like on the border. Like
we here, but we
still
just
like y'all. It's okay.
Don't judge us, okay? Please don't judge us. Awesome. So we can start. We're gonna always start with Travis, King of Controversy, y'all. Just pull a good one.
A guy drove from Detroit to Wixom to confront me for unfollowing him on social media.
What?
I know.
You guys, look at this. This is a real thing, and this is very, very messy. Wow. So he was extremely upset at you.
He looking at me and he's saying me.
Oh, this is y'all.
Oh,
yeah.
So keep in mind, I don't know who wrote this, but
He did know. He looked. He was a side eye,
whoever was in this situation,
Wow.
unbelievable. First of all, guys, we're talking about social media.
Social media.
So is this you're my friend in real life? Are you just a Facebook friend? Did you just randomly just request me? But okay, I decided to unfollow you and you stalk me. This is very messy. So let's be for real on what this means. They want a distance to come and confront. I want to know, just guys, what do you think? How can that conversation be to where it's like, first of all, how did you catch up to me, and then you're upset because I unfollowed you? I don't want to follow you anymore.
Okay, I think I need clarification of what social
same.
media is like. Because, if this Snapchat, some people leave their location on there. I don't, because I ain't about to be being stalked.
Right.
But if this Instagram, that means you had to go through your followers and search my name.
Oh,
my
my
if it
goodness.
was Facebook, it makes sense because you would see not friends anymore. But any other social media, you was looking for me. You go to my page a decent amount. And did they know you in real life?
Yes.
Oh, so that's how they knew where you was at.
Okay, so they
Why
knew
they
me.
couldn't text or call?
I know. Listen, okay, because I wasn't answering the phone that day. Okay, but listen to this. Listen. So this was an ex. Like a whole
That's
ex.
okay. So that's what we need to start with.
Nah,
That's what we needed to start
we
with.
didn't need to start with that because he was a whole ex. Okay,
Was he already an ex, or did he become an ex by you ignoring
already
him?
an ex.
Okay.
Yeah, he got unfollowed. Okay?
Oh, so now he just made he can't keep tabs on you.
Yeah, right. This was
That's it.
This was months later. Like this wasn't even.
That's annoying.
It was a whole new year. Like you get what I mean?
Wow.
So this was a whole ex, and he decided. And first of all, for starters, I didn't even unfollow him. Like he confronted me for unfollowing him. And so he started off the conversation. Well, he texted me and he called me because he wanted to. I know he wanted to talk, and I was just like, well, I don't talk to people or listen. You know my thing, right? I don't usually talk to guys that I'm not really into or not even into. Like I don't even have to be in I put a certain category of people that I don't talk to after 8 o'clock, right? Yeah. So it's a real thing. Like I'm not answering the phone. Now I'll text. You might get a text back, but I'm going to text you back when I text you back. However, there's no priority, and when it comes after 8 o'clock, there's no priority. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you're that person, if you're my mom, you're my grandmother, if it's an emergency, absolutely call me at 8:02. But there are guys who will literally call me at 8:02 just to see if I will answer. Like,
Wow.
it's crazy. He was that person that day. And so I didn't answer. So I texted him like, hey, listen, what's up? How's it going? I'm putting kids to sleep. You know, we washing kids up. Like, for real, I didn't even say all of that. I just said, hey, how's it going? And he was just like, well, we need to talk. And I'm just like, okay, cool. So he tried calling. We were texting back and forth. And so it got to the point where I asked him, what's up? You know, not to tell the whole story, but fast forward, he ended up popping up at my house. And the question was, why did you follow me on Instagram and Facebook? And I was just, unfollow me. And I was just like, I didn't unfollow you. I just muted you. Like, well, no, I muted him and then I took him off my stories. So he couldn't see my stories. So he could see everything else.
There you go. So that's why he thought he was unfollowed.
Right.
Even if you mute somebody, I have half my timeline muted, okay?
Right.
I see 4 people's tweets.
Do you see what I mean? Like, I don't need to see everything. You know, we're not together. I don't want to see all of your content.
Man, he can't see your story.
It was crazy.
That just broke his little heart. That's why.
He
traveled so far.
It was crazy. It was kind of creepy, low key. Like, it was super creepy. So it was a whole story that went along with that. But that, I was like, over social media.
You really put him in his feelings on that one.
I was about to say, this
This was in the middle of the night too. This was like, it was at 11, going on 12 o'clock at night.
Oh, please don't judge him.
I
He's trying to
know.
show you how much he cares.
Nah. He was trying to, you know, he was on that Joe, like.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was
yeah.
like, this person named Joe Goldberg because
He was on that
that's the
Joe.
only thing I've heard.
Anywho, we got to pull it because, like, it was a crazy situation.
That was messy. That was very
Well, I
messy.
have, like, crazier ex situations, but I just, you know, we didn't, yeah.
I'm screaming.
Pray for me. You go ahead.
All right, so
She already knows.
mine ain't that crazy, but this is a please don't judge me. So I wore this dress that was kind of like, it was supposed to be tight, but it was like slightly a little loose on me, and I wore tights up under because it was cold the other day. So I got cute for work because I was doing like more office work or whatever that day, and so I'm kind of sometimes late to work. And
Kinda?
So, yeah. So
Sorta.
it'd be like 5 to 7 minutes, nothing too deep.
We need a
And
percentage.
so
you know?
She's still within that grace period. That's okay. You know what I mean?
Even though that
grace
don't
period.
exist.
If I'm in there,
for
I'm
my
in there.
job,
Don't play.
but yeah, period. You know?
That's it.
So my coat comes down to my knees. So while I get out my car, I'm like running, you know, just so I can be like for sure 5 minutes, not like, you know, a little more. And so I get into work and I'm leading a day or whatever. And so I usually have to corral everybody and talk to them. Normally I do that as I'm taking my coat off. This time I was like, oh, I'm going to just take my coat off first or whatever. Girl, I unzipped my coat and something told me I'm about to take it off. Something was like, look down. Why was my dress above my waist?
No.
I was like, oh my,
No.
I closed my coat so quick, turned around, put my dress down. I'm like, oh my God.
Who saw that?
Thank God. I think some of my female coworkers, but the guys were like turned towards each other
good.
talking. So I'm just like, no one
They were
said
distracted.
anything. But girl, I was so embarrassed. I was like, bro, if I would have just took my coat off and ignored my head telling me to look down, like I would have been talking to everybody with my dress up here, my tights just
my
out.
God,
I was like, bro, like please don't judge me. I don't know how I didn't feel it move up, but that
because you were
was up.
sitting.
No, ran in. I was standing up the whole time.
Oh, okay. But I mean, when you were sitting in the car, it probably rose, and then it just didn't go back down, right?
I think when I was running, because the dress was slippery against my tights. The tights
I see
was
what you
thick,
mean, yeah.
so it just like was above my waist, and I was just
Ooh.
out here, and I'm just like, bro.
That's messy. That's
Yeah.
kind of scary, actually.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things you have nightmares about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, I'm such
So
a
now when I'm
slut.
driving, I'm like, we up?
You gotta do the double.
We up? Okay, cool.
I know. I'm gonna have to reach up under my coat, like.
From now on, you know to think twice about that.
Okay.
Unzipping, you know.
So
Yeah.
do know if you just so happen to get a promotion, just
Scratch that. I think
Oh my God.
an exposure in like
Listen.
2019.
Listen.
she's gonna say, I definitely appreciate this bonus, but this is a lot. Where it come
Where it
from?
come from? We just got promoted. This wasn't due for another year, you know?
Oh,
Wow. No, that's fun. That's something. Hey, listen, look for it.
Girl. Screaming. I did just get a raise though.
See, there you go.
It happened beforehand.
Oh no, it did.
Just watch. Next 2 minutes, about to get a 50 cent. 50 cent over.
Yep. Look out for it, girl. 2020.
Man.
2020. All right, Alexis, what's yours?
Okay. So mine is going on the work train. I thought of something real cool that I'm actually going through now.
Uh,
So I got this. Well, I was at work and told you, basically factory work. So everyone's all in one area, pretty close.
adding stickers.
Yes, basically. Adding stickers to boxes, y'all. That's it. So I had my stomach was hurting earlier, so I grabbed a Vernus. And normally I don't drink pop. They know I don't drink pop, so I was like, oh, whatever. And then my coworker, she was at one of the belts, and she was like, hey, when you're done with your bottle, like, can I have it? And I was like, okay, cool. I thought she was gonna recycle it. A little bit later, I see her, and she's refilling up my same Vernus bottle.
Whoa.
Wait.
With water. With water, yeah. And I'm making sure I'm not freaking out because I was the only one that handed her a bottle, so that's definitely it.
Right.
But she was smart about it. She was about to ask me to refill it because I was closest to the water fountain. And she's like, wait, no, I'm going to ask Bianca. I was like, you sure? She's like, yeah, okay. And then I seen them exchanging. I was like, wait a second.
So wait, this was a coworker
Unreal.
who took your bottle and
Yeah.
then refilled it.
When
with
I
water?
gave it to her, I just assumed she was going to like recycle it or something. They don't really have a recycling program.
Right.
But I know
10
people
cent,
that,
you know? Right.
they be stocking up on that.
She's
So when I
Don't look
seen
at
that, I was like, it's definitely my bottle. And I was telling my coworker, I was like, I think that's my water bottle.
Now,
She
that's
was
messy.
like,
That's messy.
yeah, that's definitely yours. I was like, okay. I don't know. We don't have an ERC, so I can't contact anybody about this, but I'm
wait,
very uncomfortable.
Whoa.
So,
My
yeah.
thing is, there's a whole virus going on right now.
Yo.
In my mind.
Oh,
you
I'm
know?
big. I tell them that all the time. I said, look, I need y'all to wash your hands. Lysol's going to be a hepatitis E outbreak in here. I don't have time for that,
like,
okay?
that's a
I'm big
big
on
initiative.
germs.
Whoa.
So that right there, I was like, I was a little taken back. And no, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you.
Oh my
So
God.
we're not going to judge her, but I have so
I
many
have
questions.
like one standard question.
I
You
got-
all already know.
Yeah.
What?
Have she ever winked at you before?
No.
Shut up.
No, she don't
Shut
even.
up.
She didn't play for the team, bro.
What?
What was she?
Oh, no, you
I'm
don't
so
get
lost.
it.
I'm
Wish you-
extremely
wish-
lost.
You know?
No. 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 No.
Shut up.
I be talking to sis on the regular.
Listen.
Not no more, but no, she's not.
I feel like
She's
there's so many
not.
insinuations that was just made. I'm not
Are you
even.
judging her? Like she was really
Yes.
thirsty. She could have been dying of
Listen.
thirst and just needed a water
There's
I
bottle.
need
water
a
bottles.
medic right now.
Oh, they got
There's,
Okay.
there's little like snow cone cups. Those are near the water fountain.
Snow cone cups.
Granted, I guess you didn't want to use
Maybe
that,
she
but
wanted a little
that's
Vernus
I don't.
taste to it, you
Nope.
know?
Nope.
She
She should have
said
bought her own.
aftertaste.
She should have bought her own.
You know, maybe she
know, a little
wanted a
mix,
little
little
flavor
sugar or
to
something.
her
Should have bought her own. Cracked the seal just like I did.
So with,
poured it
but
out.
with this though, at your job, because I know if a lot of these big corporations, they give you guys swag when you
Yeah.
first get hired. Did they give you guys a mug or like a cup or something?
They did give us water bottles.
Oh my goodness.
They did. They gave us plastic reusable water bottles.
She didn't have her own water bottle. No, I used to keep mine when I worked at 9 to 5. I would keep mine at the desk.
I was
Like,
I keep my own water bottle. That was the
Yeah.
only time I had pop, so that's why it was just another bottle available. I was about to throw it away.
oh,
But
God.
yeah.
Now, was your lip gloss popping that day?
Shut the front door.
Oh, 'cause the lip
No,
was in the
no.
pop
Well-
bottle. Oh
No,
my
like she's
God.
funny. I can't.
I get what you mean,
No.
and no.
See, there was ways
She
she
might
could
she might be trying to, your
I-
boat, like she's trying to be on the same boat
like
with
that's-
you.
I don't think so.
We gonna kick
Might
this like
be
the
batting
Titanic,
for the
sis.
same
Nah,
team.
we ain't gonna be in the same boat.
You know,
Now we not gonna judge her, but she was messy.
she was messy,
She was messy.
kind of gross too.
Yeah, that's a little gross.
Because my thing is, who else are you kissing after work? So not only did you get all my saliva, but then you got to go and kiss somebody, or you got to go and drink somebody, or she could potentially be drinking other people's stuff too.
Yeah, like,
we don't
I'm
know if
just
this is she's done this before. She felt so comfortable, like with the random coworker.
Yeah,
Different strokes for different folks.
That's
but granted, it's
true.
You
like
know what?
it's
There
like
you go.
lists of like coworkers. Like it's some people that I can talk to that I'm close, and then some is like you could talk to me, but granted,
But are
I'm not
any
can-
of them close enough for you to drink their burner's bottle?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
I
Just
wouldn't
make
There's,
sure.
there's no
No,
listing
there's-
for that.
It's what?
No.
It's no listing for that. You got no, really. You got coworkers you talk to after work. Coworkers you can say, look, I didn't bring lunch money today. I don't think it's a list for. Can I drink after you?
And this is coming from a person. Somebody was hungry one day, and I was like, "Look, I got half a stuffed pepper. You want it?" And they're like, "All right, cool." And I gave that to him. So we're cool, but
different.
That,
Yeah, no, I don't know about
Why you
drinking
gonna
after
ask
people.
her about it?
huh? I don't want to be like, hey,
That'd be
like,
kinda
hey,
awkward.
like, hey, no offense, but come here, like,
Well, I
that
wouldn't
bottle,
just
is that
say
mine
no
that I gave you?
offense. No, I just be like, girl, are you drinking out my bottle?
Confrontation like that, I was like,
You would have called her
"Ugh."
out on it.
I
Oh,
mean, I called her
man.
out. I would have been genuinely concerned. Like, you know, it's
Bob
the
from the
flu
next
season.
cubicle would have heard
Basically.
you, okay?
That's why, and that was another thing, because I know, like, the way that I would have said it in that moment in time probably wouldn't have been the best.
Oh,
So
okay.
I did want to,
Yeah.
like, I'm going to just step
See,
back
but
and
I'm,
not say nothing.
I'm not saying that I'm messy, but I'm like her. I would have asked. I would have been like, I wonder, is that the
'Cause I
same
would've
bottle?
been genuinely disgusted.
But see, but that's the thing, because even if it was like the same
Genuinely
bottle, I was standing right in front of the machine, and she passed by the person behind me to be like, "Hey, Bianca, can you fill this up?" I asked her. I said, "Yo,
And
did you
then
need
had the
me? Did you need me
audacity
to
to
fill it up?"
ask you to
She
fill it
was
up
like,
for
"No,
her.
she's got it. She's good." So that's why I was like, that had to have been mine.
Don't listen to them. Look, just do this. Just put a transfer in. Go work.
Just keep a safe distance.
Go to the building down the street.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I say
man.
that one. I'm gonna just let it roll. But
I read the next topic. Travis, you get on my nerves because I know this was you. You're going to remember this.
Oh,
Taking
boy.
pics with messy backgrounds.
OMG.
Oh, wow.
That was you, wasn't it? Yeah, totally. We've had this conversation before.
We did. We're
well, how messy? Like,
Like bed on
I'll
the floor,
say-
clothes on the floor, and you up here like, oh, look at me, I'm fit.
Spit on the sink or on the mirror.
Oh my!
okay, that's not
spit
bad.
on the
That's not
mirror.
bad.
oh no.
I count it.
Like you got one kid, there are two now, but there's a size 3 diaper on the floor up under
Oh,
the
my
dresser.
God.
Oh, so you haven't cleaned in a minute.
Like, messy.
That's more than
Oh
a
my
minute.
goodness.
That's too messy. No.
Yeah,
let's do
you've seen
another
some
one.
messy. Okay, I'm afraid to pull my own, y'all.
I'm scared.
Let me finish writing mine, bro.
Oh, don't be messy on a first date and/or bringing people to your house. So, what do you mean by messy? First off, how do you define messy in that situation?
Yeah.
Just curious.
No, let's say you're on a first date and see there's rules I know for you guys because it's
What's our rules?
Are we talking like your car is messy and then you pick me up, or are we,
all of that because things like that it's instantly excused. Hey, excuse my house. I know it's messy. Okay,
Oh,
you know that. Why didn't you clean it? Or you get in
Yeah.
somebody's car. Excuse my car.
Yeah.
If you know it, pick it up.
But
Grocery
listen,
store bag.
I-
Little trash.
I gotta chime in on that one because
Oh.
those are like stupid disclaimers unless you're like really messy, okay? Because a lot of people will say that whether it be your friends or whether it be potential bae, you know, or first date. Like, first of all, if they're not coming to my house on the first date,
Yeah, I would
but-
say that was step one.
but they usually give that disclaimer and they'll be like, oh well, excuse my car, but there's only one water bottle, like, you know what I mean, like,
Yeah.
or there's only a, you know, just
Okay,
to
okay.
But that one depends on the
You've seen
person,
people
though.
say this,
I
though.
That depends on the person. 'Cause I've seen people be like, "Oh, excuse the mess," and like you said, it'd be a water bottle. And that people like, "Oh, excuse the mess," and it's a whole like flipped over couch in the middle of the doorway.
Right.
So,
But that's my house.
I done been in some bad excuse my house when
wow.
I'm telling you like whole house
Me too.
smelling
Who
like
telling?
dog secretion.
No.
Stuff all
like
over
potential
the place.
bae, or are we talking like
no.
friends? We're talking about messy situations.
No.
Oh my god.
No, just like friends, and so like I just I don't eat from them or go to their place no more because I'm just like, no, thank you.
You say you learned from the first time.
Yeah.
How messy is that? How messy is this rather? You're on a first date and everything is going great. Just had a wonderful meal. You went to the next place. I don't know. Maybe it's
scared.
a movie theater. Maybe it's the bar. That stomach is.
Oh
Bro, I'm
BG's
guilty of
going.
that sometimes, you know.
You said you're going.
I said you got them BGs going.
Right,
no. The
right,
Bee
right.
Gees, is that what we're talking about? The Bee Gees?
So would that be messy if it's like You gotta excuse me. I need about 15 minutes.
You know what? But that's happened though when I was out on a date with a person where they were
real?
like, "Oh, I gotta use the restroom. I'll be back," or
you-
but they'll excuse themselves for like 15 minutes, and I'm just like, "Where the heck did they go?" You know what I mean? And then they tell me afterwards, I'm like, "Okay, we're human. You know, I understand, but okay, you
I
know."
don't know. That first one may have to be like, excuse me, I had
Yeah.
to take this call. You
Yeah,
know.
that's how I would
take
say
this
like
call.
a
I
real
feel like
important
that's so
phone call.
fake. That's
I
so
mean-
fake. Like me, I tell y'all right now, when we got in here right before we started, I was farting. Like I'm just real like that. Like I be like the only
Honestly,
time
though.
I'll like tell somebody is if
Yeah.
it's like loud or if I know it's stinking, I let the window down. Now I've had somebody
Oh,
like
my
be in the
goodness.
car with me and fart and keep talking, and I'm
And
like.
then not say
Did they
nothing.
just fart? Like, you know, like if it happens, say something. And I'm like, if it stank, please roll the window
Roll
down.
the window
and they
down.
didn't say nothing. They just kept talking.
So
and it
we know
started
these are her
stinking.
friends. So these
So
are
I
literally
start
friends.
rolling the window down because I'm like, I ain't about to just sit here and smell your fun. You know, like I'm real. Like I don't
But
care.
do you say something though?
Oh,
But do you
girl,
say
I
something?
always say
Do
something.
you
Well,
say
I say
something?
something if mine stank or if it make noise.
No. I'm talking about. Do you say something to them if
yes,
they
yes,
fart
indeed.
and they don't roll
Yes,
the window
indeed.
down?
Yeah.
I'm quick to tell my friend, oh yeah, I'm pooping. You know, like, it's a part of life. I
Yeah,
want to be healthy.
absolutely.
I don't want to be
wanna be
stopped up.
healthy.
Okay, I want my stomach flat, not pudgy. Okay.
She don't want to go to these events and
Yeah.
be like
Yeah.
loaded.
But
We
I try to
understand.
not come off too gross because, you know, guys be thinking girls so prissy. You know, I have one friend that gets so mad, like, oh, girls don't fart, girls don't poop. I'm like, if you believe that, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Right.
You living in La La Land. You too old.
Yeah.
I mean, of course
So-
you guys do. It's just supposed to be like after meeting
Supposed
a
to
guy
Why I gotta be fake?
about 10
I would
years.
say.
You
19 years.
What?
I'm not gonna even hold him up. That's
About-
kind of like accurate.
I mean, give us 10 years. At least.
No,
10
for the
years?
guys, they would need 10 years to get used to that. But it's,
get
I'm
used
not
to
about to
what?
hold.
Oh, me?
I'm not holding in farts for nobody. Like,
Period, boo. Okay.
No.
I'm about to poop.
No, you
if we
can't.
outside,
I don't care if we in the car.
I'm just saying.
Just
Okay,
know
Travis.
if a guy
To
hears
paint a
that,
picture, we worked these activations. Some of these activations go, 13 hours, 12 hours. You think nobody out there farting? Like,
on your break, you gotta wait.
On your
You
break.
gotta wait till
See,
I'm moving on. We're talking about
I
farting.
would
y'all.
say it would depend.
control the bubbles. That's all I'm saying. Just control it. That's messy
moving on.
if you don't. It's messy.
It's not messy.
It would really
It's
depend. If, like you
human.
said, on the first date, I can excuse it, but if it's like the second, third day and you keep going off for like long periods of time,
First of
I'm like in the medical mindset. I'm like, you have to eat better, so you need to fix this.
Are you making it to the second and third date if they're farting like that on the first date?
You're not.
Well, but see, that's the thing.
You're not
I
gonna make
might,
it.
I might think it's funny.
You would
It
just have to.
depends.
I'm on it
No.
with you, but she's just saying the
Like-
second and third date, she might look at them weird, but are you going to
No,
make
I
it
think
that
she's
far?
saying if
No,
they're
I'm saying,
going for
'cause, like,
15 minutes to
Yeah,
go
so
poop.
for the 15 minutes to go
Oh,
handle
I
that.
see what you mean.
I would
Yeah,
be like, do
some-
I make you that nervous?
Oh, see, I say because it would depend. Like me personally, I know
Nope.
I had guy friends for a good minute. I had absolutely no girlfriends until like my senior year till high school.
Wow.
Like literally, I have nothing but all guy friends. So yeah, burping, farting, they all kick it. They think I'm one of the
Sounds about
bros.
right.
By the time I get my first boyfriend, like I don't think. Well, it wasn't really my first boyfriend, but I didn't fart until like probably a year and a half in.
Oh, wow.
And even then, that was by accident.
but was
He tickled me, and I felt like my whole world concaved around
I
me.
can't
Because he flew up, he was like, and I was like,
Kudos.
Whatever.
you just
Great.
farted.
Whatever.
But I did.
I can't
Wow.
deal.
She's smart.
Man, I
What?
felt so defeated because once I
Ever.
finally got girlfriends in like senior year, they started like, okay, you can't do that. You gotta wear heels.
See,
Why
I
are you
ain't got
pigeon
time
toed?
for
What's up
that.
with you?
But wait, with your okay, so when you first got your first boyfriend, was he in high school or
Yeah.
college? Okay, so was he like some random dude that you dated, or was he like one of the homies and you decided to
That
take
was
it
that was
way?
when I had to actually get to know. That one wasn't one of the homies.
Oh,
So-
that's why.
Yeah.
that's why. He
My current boyfriend, yes. So yeah,
that one. Oh.
that one, yes.
Oh, he knows your first now, girl.
Yeah, he's good. I think we're getting into it the other day, and he was like, "What'd you lean up for?" I said, "It was a fart. Leave me alone."
Oh, wow.
Petty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
good
draw. Or is it my turn to go?
Yeah.
No, it's
No,
Travis's.
it's your turn. Oh no, it's Travis.
Oh, you did start that, yeah.
Yeah, I know it was Travis's thing. You got me confused, Travis.
Talking
I
about
can't
farts.
Here we go, guys. Here's the situation. I just found out my ex the children's father, is expecting and getting married. Hey, congrats. I'm not sure
Mazel
how
tov.
true this is, being my mother told me. I have never met this person, couldn't even tell you her name.
I think I know who that is. I'm the only one. Well, nope. I'm the only one with an ex who's a guy. So
Wait,
with
what?
kids. Okay,
Oh,
so
with kids. I'm
listen, let me
like-
tell y'all the situation, y'all, because I don't even know the situation, but it's messy. So my mother came to me the other day and was like, "So, your ex, right? He's about to get married." And I was like, "Oh, good for him. Awesome. I don't know why you're telling me like this randomly, but okay, good for him." I'm so happy for him. And then she goes, "Oh, and he's about to have a baby." I was like, "Oh." First of all, let's start off with, I didn't even know he was dating anybody, right? Like,
Got a date to make a
and
baby.
I'm not gonna say why I didn't know he was dating somebody. We just gonna, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, guys are weird.
I
we
mean,
just
do he get the kids?
He does, but this is why, like, I didn't know. It's because he's one of those guys who, he thinks he can have it all.
Oh, wait. So was he still sweet talking you?
Ooh.
You know?
Oh,
I love pulling cards. I love pulling cards.
Messy. Oh, messy,
You know,
messy.
it wouldn't be like every time we saw, but every now and then. And I'm just like, this is kind of
he want his cake and he want to eat it
current.
too.
Okay, cool. I get
icing.
it. He's
Okay.
right. And I'm just like, oh, wow, you're getting married. Congrats.
Oh,
But,
you
like,
said that to him?
No, my mom told me, so that means he told
well,
my mom.
Wait, so
Right?
why would you
He
tell your
didn't
mom and
tell
not tell
me.
me?
Well, he needs to lower that. If my mama tell me, I know.
Right.
You know I know.
No, well, first of all, like, my mom and our relationship is, me and your mom, we, like, yeah, they could be sisters. But, like, my mother, I don't know if she had a conversation when we were moving at some point with him, and maybe she made some insinuations. I'm not even sure how this was brought up, like, at all. But
Oh, so
for
he
her
helped
to
you
know.
move?
He helped her move. Yeah, I know. My mom, I told you. Okay, so where was that?
So is this like her long lost like son? or
You know,
something?
listen, this is, remember the episode where we were talking, was it Friends or was it the one before? And I was saying that he's always invited to the cookout even though I don't invite him. Someone's always inviting this guy, right?
Wow.
So my mother, in the middle of moving, she decided to reach out to him because his brother owns a moving company. And
Okay.
I'm just like, well, of all the movers that you could have employed, you want to go back to my ex, someone that I rarely even have like a personal conversation with, rather. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, that's cool. It's cool. He's a cool person. He's very charming. I get it. But, like, you still invited him to the cookout. Like, that's in my mind. He's still invited. It's like that ex that's still invited,
That's
right?
annoying. Do you want him? Well, I guess y'all got kids, so I guess
No.
he gotta be invited.
No, not
he
at all.
don't.
Who
Sure
wants
don't.
their ex to go to the cookout? What if I bring somebody, like,
Yeah.
But we're not in that place. It's just, I see you on
In
the
his defense, he's still invited to the cookout.
He's still not invited to the
He's still
cookout.
invited. It's a very slippery slope, and yes, this is really messy. But he still have access. The moment that the kids got involved, if the kids is going to be there, he has access to
I
the
feel
cookout.
like with him, he's a cool person. We have, we can co-parent and we have, we have our relationship to decide somewhere, up the hill, down the street, around the corner, right? So with him, we're good co-parents for the most part. Sometimes every now and then, whenever, we decide to be good co-parents. But when it comes down, I'm just saying, there's no beef.
Keep it real.
Just
Keep
being
it
honest,
real.
there is absolutely no beef. However, my mom told me this and it just threw me for a loop. I was like, oh, because, there's been times where I've been confronted about, if I were to date someone. I dated someone for a whole year before I introduced them to my kids.
Yeah.
Literally, like, they had to wait that, because I don't trust people.
Very smart. No,
Like,
that's-
I just don't trust people. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where, and he got upset. Like, he got highly upset. Like, I wanted to have wanted to make it like a conversation between or amongst all of us. We hadn't even gotten to that point before, you know what I mean? And so he got upset. He confronted me about it. He was like, well, and he made it a point to meet the guy. So we had this conversation, but for him to be about to get married, and I don't even know this girl's name.
How he gonna flip the script like that? I'm dating this man. You about to marry somebody and you ain't got the decency to introduce me to them. She's supposed to be around my kids.
I don't even know her. I couldn't even tell you what she looked like. It's crazy. I
Have
didn't
your
even
kids
know.
met her?
Yes. You know what's crazy? It's my youngest
Wait,
son.
so they didn't snitch to mama?
No, because he has it. Listen, this is where it gets messy. He tells my kids, and I know this for a fact because my kids tell me, you know, they're old enough to vocalize, you know, certain things to me. So they tell me, they're like, hey, Dad will, tell us not to say what goes on in his house. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I understand that to an extent. Like, I feel like there's some things that are need to know. Like,
But you, mama.
It's come to find out, my youngest son tells me he's 5.
Okay.
Out of
cool.
nowhere, I didn't even care enough to ask at this point. I was just confused because this just happened, mind you, right? So he tells me not only does he have a sister, like I'm like, who's your sister? Like you got a sister? But, apparently so she has a kid, you know what I mean? So I had no idea about this person, let alone their whole little family dynamic. So, like, I'm just out of the loop. And that's the dynamic of our relationship,
so how this
apparently.
conversation about to go?
Yeah.
You know what? I haven't even gotten that far yet. Like, this was messy. So this was literally, we need to know this
I
conversation.
almost
You
wanna
send
have
that
it in
we need to
person.
talk text, basically, and just let it be on that.
I would want to catch him off guard to see what type of lie or what type of spin.
Oh, man.
Because, if you text him, that giving him
Time to
time
prepare.
to think.
Yeah, you
I
got
don't know
preparation
what he
time.
would lie about because he told my mom. And we don't know how true this story is. Well, we know because obviously my 5-year-old son confirmed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Randomly watching PJ Masks. Like, just like my sister.
PJ Masks, let's drop the drama.
So not only does his fiance have a kid, but they're about to have one
Yeah,
as well.
it's also-
Right.
So your little one is about to have a new sibling, and you didn't even know.
Didn't even
about
know.
I said, your kid's about to have 2 new siblings.
That's very messy. Now that's the one thing.
I was
parents,
like, wow.
yeah, they owe that to each
How
other.
do you feel?
I don't know yet. Like, I just found out from my mom. We can start there.
That's
you
a
know?
lot to take in.
Like,
Yeah.
he didn't even have the decency to tell me. He told my mom. And
Yeah.
that's why I was like, I don't even know how credible this is because it's coming from another source. It's not coming from
But your
the source.
son.
But then my son said, oh, my sister. I was like, what the? You got a sister? So I haven't heard anything about it since. So I don't know who this person is. I don't even know a name. Like, my kids are not talking about these people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to pry in their business by asking my son, because
Yeah.
I could get all the dirt from them, but I don't want to, like, do, I
don't
want
wanna use your
it to
kids like
happen
that. Like, no.
organically. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just, it's kind of
just-
thrown off. I don't even know how to respond to that yet. I know the hood version of myself would be
Let's
like,
stomp out them windows.
I'm just saying, me in 1990 would have been like, boy,
Bust the windows
who is
out your
this girl?
I guess
I
something
got
that
you.
could help is if you figure out what you want the solution to be. Like, do you just
Right.
want that
Yep.
open, honest communication so you're not blindsided in the future?
Right.
So, I think you got to think about what you want the solution to be and then go about it in a way you think would get that solution. Because if you just go with emotions and feelings,
Yeah.
that's confusing.
Well, that's the thing, though. That's why I haven't reacted yet.
Yeah.
So I don't even know
100,
how to feel
100.
about it because I know if the role was reversed,
Yeah.
You would have been
people
open
be
and
knocking
honest
at, no,
about it.
he would have been knocking at my door, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like, he would have probably been like the social media guy, you know what I mean? Like, what the heck,
Yeah.
You didn't tell me this. This is kind of need to know basis. Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know how to react.
So are you going to be upset if you don't get invited to the wedding?
I don't think I want to go.
Why would you want to go?
I don't want
I
to
think
be
my
there.
plan is to go to that wedding.
I don't want to go. Like,
Do you
I
want
just
your
think
kids to be there?
I would love for them to be there.
Yeah.
Listen, I love, and I'm so happy that he got somebody. First of all, we ain't gonna put it
Let's
out
hope
there.
he
like,
act right, okay?
you know what? That's
And
another.
that was the
it's
reason
the issue
why.
for another person. I ain't
Because you have one on one end. She's very happy for him.
yeah.
And if there was nothing that was still kind of between them besides the kids, it shouldn't be a problem. It's like, hey, we had history together, but I appreciate you being happy for me. I'm getting married. I would love for you to be there. But because there's some messy situations going on, you may not be.
Well, I would respect that, and I would appreciate not being there or not getting that invite, because I just don't think that we're in a place where I would even want to be in a an environment like that. That's something that's between you guys. That's your union. That's something where your family should. And I encourage my kids to be there. Absolutely. I think that they should be a part of. Like with my father and my stepmom, we weren't invited to the wedding. We weren't there. So I felt some type of way about that. Like, you're my father, and here we are. We're not married. We weren't there to see you get married. Like, my father and mother has been married for over 23 years now, and for whatever reason, we weren't there. And so that has always sat on me. So I just know, or sat with me rather. I just know with my kids, that's something that I would really want them to be a part of, to witness their father join union on that level too. And then that's another example of love and relationship. I would want them to see that. I want them to experience that. We're not there yet, but
Now listen, anime. Listen, anime. Don't eat the cake, anime.
No, shut up. Now that's messy.
No, that's messy.
Next time y'all do the drop-off switch, I'd say that a talk needs to
Well,
happen.
yeah, the drop-off switch, definitely.
I'd say a talk needs to happen. It's more of just like coming off real calm. It's like, hey, like, I'm glad, I appreciate, like, not appreciate, but like, I'm glad, I'm happy for y'all and everything. I just need you to develop some type of respect as the mother of your children, despite us having past relations. As a mother of your children, you need to let me know things like that. I don't know who my children are around.
We don't know if she got felonies.
Yeah, that's what I'm
She
saying.
got
I was
warrants.
like,
We don't know what kind of person this person is. We don't know if she got cases
Yeah.
against her.
Well, no, all of those we already did.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so this is going to be our last one. And then we're going to go. Oh my God. This is definitely the last one.
Okay.
I'm scared.
A very married
man.
coworker tried to kiss me at work the day after I met his wife.
Whoa.
He continued to pursue me until I reported him to our boss. This some hot tea.
Y'all, that's a real
Piping.
drama.
Whoa.
Listen, so that was me.
Whoa.
Yes. Okay, so
The disrespect.
the disrespect was real with that guy, and it wasn't just me. It was like everybody at the job, apparently, from what the stories I was hearing. I just, whatever.
I would have. Oh,
Listen,
did
when
you
I-
have some screenshots or something?
Oh my God. No, they're really careful at that. A lot of guys are creeps there, but they were really careful with how they maintain their
Innocence.
their innocence.
Ain't no innocence.
Right?
Ain't none.
But no, it's a real thing.
Wow.
So this person, literally, I had just gotten hired. I think I was there for a good week, right? And so I was on site working, and then he pulled up. Like, he drove to my site and literally tried to kiss me. Like, I was in public, though. Like, there was other coworkers around and everything. They were like, oh, my God, what's going on with you guys? No, and I'm like, absolutely nothing. I don't know this man.
Wow.
So it got to the point where I had worked there for a good amount of time. And he would continuously try to pursue me. Continuously. God forbid we was ever left in a room alone, girl. Like, it was awful. And then the crazy thing about it was that was the day after I met the day after I met his wife. And we were all young, too. And I'm just like, it got to the point where I had to tell him the next day. I was like, listen, I sent this, like, long text. I was like, listen, I respect you and your family. However, I can't have you approaching me that way. We have to keep it strictly professional, and that's what I go to work for. I just wrote him this long
I
letter.
got a question.
Yeah.
Was y'all like flirting or something?
No, I don't even know how to. First of all, I couldn't tell you the first thing about flirting. But no, it was. I would never want to be in a situation like where I was in a room with him or I was
'Cause you
uncomfortable.
felt uncomfortable.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that was my first week working there, so it got to the point where I had to report him.
Wow.
So
And
when
how did that go?
Oh, he wasn't surprised. Like,
like, oh, it's the 4th expect one this week. Don't worry.
No,
Sis, just put it in the
seriously.
mailbox.
I'm like, why is he not fired yet? But this wasn't the kind of job where they were just out here firing men for being creeps. And I was just like, wow, guys.
So did he keep himself away from you after that?
No, girl, he was out here sexually harassing every girl he found attractive.
I would have told his wife.
You know what?
Yeah.
I know, but part of me felt like she already knew. No, seriously. Like, part of me already felt like she already knew, because there's absolutely no way you could be that close to your husband. No, I would always see her. Like, I had so many encounters with this lady at that point, and I just feel like there's part of you who already knows. Like, already knows that he's out here.
But you know what? Let me watch my words. Men be lying. You
Yeah.
know? And
Girl.
let's just say men be living.
I'm pretty sure she got a few
texts.
texts.
She might have some intuition,
Yeah.
but the slick of the mouth, that junk be making
the way
I don't
that he
know.
was so aggressive, she had to have known.
So we're not talking about like a Latin kiss on the cheek or an Italian kiss
No,
on the cheek.
he
Like,
literally,
he's
I was in
trying
my
to-
car and he was outside of my car and he leaned in to try to kiss me. And I
Oh.
was like, oh, whoa. Like, you know, like, seriously, what the heck? No, I was so blindsided.
Aren't they in the polygamous?
They had to be, because the way that they were, it was kind of
Polyamorous.
weird. I don't
Yeah.
know.
How was his vibe around you when his wife was there? Was he giving you the same energy?
Not exactly, but he was still
It's a very
friendly.
good question.
Yeah.
Very friendly still. So
I don't
I
like
would
a
stay
friendly
away.
man.
Like I said, I would stay away from him. He would be on one side of the room. I would be on the other side of the room.
She could be open to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of relationships like
absolutely
that to where it's
believe
just
that.
like,
Yeah.
go spider and bring a fly home, and
Ah!
they're cool with it. These
Yeah.
things are so
Like
normal
Spider-Man
now
fly
that
home.
yeah, it's
Oh
so
my
normal to where you be
God.
like, this is not cool. I'm gonna tell your wife, and he was like, do tell. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
good.
absolutely feel like that's what it was. Like, he was
Oh,
just
wow.
so disrespectful on so many levels. But I just, I
Shout
have to
out
keep
to
it
you
moving.
for keeping your hands to yourself.
Listen,
Yo.
no, he
Would've
he
reached for
wasn't
my
even
mates.
my type. First of all, he was just a few inches too short.
Well, no. What I meant by that is not assaulting him.
yeah.
Like,
Oh,
don't
yeah,
try
no.
to invade
First, no,
my
I would have told
space.
his wife before. Like, he got a whole dog. Well, we're not gonna tell all his business, but like, I was judging the heck out of this guy.
Hey,
I
just
was.
please don't
literally-
judge me.
I know.
But
I was
I'm sorry,
judging
he
him
asking
and
for
his
judgment
wife.
from
Yeah.
God, from everybody at
Yeah.
that case.
He wasn't the only person I was judging at that place, though. So, but anywho, I had to
But
remove
then even
myself
then, it needs to be
from
a
that
higher up
situation.
before ethics and everything. If they're not doing anything about this man just going around
No,
harassing y'all
that's-
employees.
Eventually, that's why I ended
Yeah.
up having to leave, because
Yeah.
it was just a lot of drama.
Wow.
A lot of that place. If y'all want stories from Messi, I would start at that job. But like, on this
Y'all
note,
want
you
Amazon
guys,
Chronicles, bro.
we no, we gonna do
Y'all
that.
don't want it.
We're gonna talk about career, the workforce on another episode, because we actually got to wrap this up. But on that note of Messi, we gotta go.
That
And
was an ending.
I
message.
know, and then I love how
That was
you
an
read it.
ending
You were
message.
like narrating it. Oh. But yeah,
Wow.
so today we had Travis, Myisha, and Alexis. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm so excited. We got to do a part 2 to this, cause
Yeah.